The more time that you spend in negative emotion, because I know there are some of you out there that spend a lot of time in negative emotion. You know that negative emotion more than you know that positive emotion, right? The more time you spend in negative emotion, the more negative your life is going to be, right? It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the
punches. All right, y'all, back for another day. Back for another day of just being a community-based therapist. Y'all, I am not feeling well today. It's a sick day, not feeling well at all. But hey, anxiety doesn't get sick, depression doesn't get sick. They keep going on, so guess what? We gotta keep going on. We gotta keep going on too. We're out here, y'all. We're out here just doing the community-based thing, being a community-based therapist, and you're just riding along with us. So here we go. Here we go. Let's do this thing today. Let's talk about energy today. Let's talk about your words and the energy and just how words create meaning. All right, let's talk about that today, okay? All right, y'all, we're gonna do an unboxing here, an unboxing. We got something. Uh-oh. Does this look familiar? Does this look familiar? Let's look at these. Oh my goodness here. Let's get this out of the way. Ah, yeah. Something I'm really been excited about. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness. Boom. Boom. Running with Randy. Running with Randy. We got us some new shoes. We got us some Nike Alpha Flies. Any of you runners out there know that these are the king. If the Blueberry Donut is the king of donuts, these are the king of running shoes. The Nike Alpha Flies. These are the bomb.com. Definitely going to make the runs a lot easier. So excited to get these and to try them out, y'all. Try them out. Hey, if you haven't watched Running with Randy, some great content. If you want some nice inspirational content, if you're a runner or not a runner, you should still definitely check it out. It's got so it's a good show, y'all. It's a good show. Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. Your quality of your emotions create your quality of life. Just think about that for a second. Your quality of your emotions create the quality of your life. So let's think about this. Let's say that you're a negative Nancy and you're negative all the time and you think the world's against you and you're angry and you're frustrated. What type of life you think you're gonna have? Are you gonna have an angry and frustrated life? Think about that. Let's say you're a positive Paul. Maybe a positive Paul. You're excited about life. You think there are challenges because we don't believe in toxic positivity. You think there are challenges, but you're gonna just try to see the more positive in life, the more positive in life. You feel more positive emotions. What quality of life are you gonna have? Are you gonna have a bit more positive life, y'all? Now I get, we all go through emotions, y'all. We all go through different emotions. Okay, I'm not here to say that life is always grand, life's great all the time. There are struggles, there are challenges, but I just want to make a point here for a second. The more time that you spend in negative emotion, because I know there are some of you out there that spend a lot of time in negative emotion. You know that negative emotion more than you know that positive emotion, right? The more time you spend in negative emotion, the more negative your life is going to be, right? It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Your emotions and your thoughts create your behaviors. It creates your world, okay? the same is true too. Now, I'm not I'm not an advocate to have rose-colored glasses on and see the world as only positive. But here's the thing, at some point I think you got to turn the negatives. You got to squeeze the lemons into lemonade. You got to turn the negatives into positive. And the more time that you spend in those positive emotions, the better quality of life. I'm just a big believer in that. I'm a big believer that good things happen to good people. Now, I know bad things happen to good people too. I know that happens, but I'm just a big believer. Go back to that time where I got stopped by the police and that police didn't give me a ticket, y'all, right? Remember that? Yeah. I'm a big believer that the more time you spend in good things, the more time you spend in positive emotion, the better quality of life you're going to have. And one of the things that I do with clients is I help them take their negative, distorted thoughts, and I help them change those. I help them reframe their negative, distorted thoughts into more positive thoughts, right? And then the more positive thoughts create the more positive emotion, right? And then the more positive emotion creates the positive behavior. That's classic cognitive behavioral therapy, all right? So again, what quality of life do you want to have? Do you want to have the negative? Do you want to have the world's always against you? Do you want to have just the muck and all the crap in your life? Well, stay in that negative emotion. That negative emotion, those negative thoughts are going to create that negative life. That's going to be your quality of life. If you want to have more life, if you want to just get the most out of life, you got to find a way to turn that negative into positive. Just think about it. The energy that you're putting out every day, the energy that you're in, that's going to be the quality of life, y'all. I want to be in a more positive life. So I try to bring that positive energy. I know I'm not always positive. I'm not saying that. I just try to bring it. It's a conscious thought that I always have. What are my thoughts? Because I know they're going to create my feelings. Whatever thoughts I have are going to create the feelings, all right? Let me give you a real life application of this. Well, go ahead, Q. What's been coming up in client sessions? Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. All right, so when I'm talking with clients, I meet with adult clients where they basically say, yeah, Randy, my job sucks, the culture, it all sucks, right? It all sucks. And, we can continue to talk about it sucks, and we can continue to be in that negative energy that creates that negative emotion. And then that just emotion brings home, you bring that emotion home and that negativity. But we're like, no, we're not going to let the job have that much power over us. We're not going to let the job, that sucky job, have that much power over us. So what are we going to do? We're going to have to start to reframe those thoughts. Even though it is a sucky job, we're going to have to find some positives within that sucky job. You feeling me? You got me? Okay, here we go. So, man, obviously we got to look for the little things. At least I still have a job, right? At least I got a job to pay the bills, put food on the table. Would it suck more? Would it suck more to work for a sucky job, or would it suck more to not have a job and not pay the bills? Well, it suck more to not have a job and not pay the bills. Okay, I got you. I feel you. Well, at least, Randy, I'll work at this job, but I'll go ahead and I'll keep trying to find a different job. All right, there's hope. There's hope that I might be able to find a different job, right? There's hope I might be able to find a different job. You open up the possibility that, hey, the culture, whatever's sucky about the job may change. It's not fixed. That anytime anything could change, right? So, hey, maybe in the future, I'm just going to keep riding out this job. I'm going to still give it hope. I'm going to give it good effort. Even though the job sucks, I'm going to keep giving it effort, even if the job sucks. I'm going to position myself in a way to be positive. I'm going to present myself in a way. You got to be very self-aware when you're going into that job, because that negativity can make you negative, right? No. Not so fast, my friend. I'm going to be a model for others that I'm going to go into that job and I'm going to be positive, even if other people are being negative. Okay? Okay, you got it? All right, so I'm going to find ways within that negativity to have negative or have positive thoughts and have positive emotion. Okay, I'm gonna have to shift my thoughts. I'm gonna have to shift the way that I do things. I'm gonna smile when I walk in that door. I'm gonna find the positives in that day. Okay, I know this sounds like psychobabble, but it's true. It's true. You got to find the positives within the negatives. All right. I want to talk to you about the 5-to-1 rule in relationship to the 5-to-1 rule. For every negative statement, for every negative interaction that you have in a relationship, if you're talking about boyfriend to girlfriend, if you're talking about, let's say, daughter to dad, son to mom, student to teacher, whatever your relationship is, neighbors, right, co-workers, for every negative statement or interaction that you have, you need to have 5 positive statements or interactions. Why? It's because what we've been talking about today. Energy creates your relationship. So if you have, let's say, 5 negative statements or interactions to 1 positive, how do you think your relationship is going to be? It's going to be more negative than it is positive, right? Going to be more negative, positive. So what we want to do is we want to 5x, we want to 5 times the amount of positivity in a relationship, because that means your relationship is going to be so much better, right? We want lots of positivity in your interactions, in your statements. So know that for every 1, you got to have 5. We don't want the opposite. We don't want the negative to be a higher number than the positive. So think about your relationships, y'all. Think about your different relationships and just think about, in each of those relationships, do you have positive or negative statements, interactions? Which is higher? Is it the negative or is it the positive? And if it's the negative, you got to find a way in those relationships to flip that upside down. You got to find a way to make it positive. It's not going to happen on its own. It's not going to happen on its own. The dynamics within your relationship are just become negative. So you're going to have to find ways to be more positive. 5 statements, 5 positive statements or interactions to 1 negative statement or interaction. All right? 5-to-1, y'all. 5 positive. Go for the positive.
On track, now we on way up. Don't be used as easy as a layup.